So if you're looking for a compact and powerful flash for your Fujifilm camera that especially fits the beautiful and retro design of the rangefinder style cameras of the Fujifilm X100 and X-Pro series, then the Godox IT 30 Pro flash packs everything in this tiny and powerful package that will only cost you around €80. The Godox IT 30 Pro comes included with a nice and practical carrying pouch and also an USB-C cable for internal charging. And yes, you heard that correctly, the IT 30 Pro has an built-in rechargeable battery that can last you up to 560 full power flash cycles that will probably last you for the whole day of shooting. And in case you run out of batteries or simply forgot to charge it, you can plug in your fast charging power bank and your battery will be back up to full charge in no time. Finally, we don't have to carry around 4 or even more AA batteries, which are not only bad for the environment, but will also weigh you down a lot by the sheer weight of them. And speaking of weight, this flash is really perfect for everyone that hates having to carry lots of heavy gear around. With only 120 grams, the Godox IT 30 Pro is a truly lightweight and perfect for everyday carry. It makes it so convenient to have this flash living inside your camera bag or even inside your pocket at all time. And just in case you might want to grab a quick flash picture, it's ready to use. The IT 30 Pro is 65mm wide, 46mm high and 47mm deep, which makes it a truly compact setup. But don't get fooled by its size, this thing packs a serious punch and is packed with many pro level features and has a good amount of reach even in bright sunny daylight. The Godox IT 30 Pro comes with a full TTL metering mode, which works extremely reliable in any lighting scenario. And even for flash beginners, it's really easy to get great looking results without having to be a flash expert. On the touchscreen of the back of the flash, you can easily dial in your settings. You also have the option to cycle through the menu and the settings with this satisfying wheel on the top of the flash, which also has this nice clicky feel to it. The Godox IT 30 Pro has a recycle time of 1.5 seconds at full power, so you're able to almost infinitely burst shoot with this thing, which just blows my mind. On top of that, it provides in high-speed sync mode, which goes up to a shutter speed of 1/1000 of a second, which makes it extremely easy for you to capture and freeze fast-moving subjects. The Godox IT 30 Pro also has the option to act as a remote trigger or remote receiver for other Godox flashes, which makes this flash an absolute no-brainer for everyone that already owns a Godox flash and also wants to try out some off-camera flash or studio flash photography, while also getting a compact, powerful travel flash at once. And the one feature that makes this flash so perfect for my usage is the switch for the built-in diffuser. I'm really in love how the Godox IT 30 Pro looks while shooting direct flash portraits. It creates this pleasing soft touch of light onto faces without having to bounce off the light of a wall or a ceiling. And speaking of bouncing light, that's the only thing that isn't possible with this flash, because you have no way of changing the angle. The flash sits locked onto the hot shoe of the camera. But luckily Godox is offering this TTL hot shoe riser, which provides some distance between the flash unit and the camera body. So if you're shooting with a wide angle lens that is also on the bulkier side, it doesn't produce a shadow that is caused by the lens. This TTL hot shoe riser will also let you tilt this whole flash unit up, so bouncing light with this add-on is possible as well. I know some people completely disagree with me here, but I gotta say that how the flash looks on my camera is also an factor that I'm considering as well. This is by far the least important thing, of course, but I still like it if I personally think that the gear that I'm using looks cool. So it's even more fun for me to use and get inspired. And tell me what you want, but in my opinion, the Godox IT 30 Pro is most suited for the Fujifilm cameras, especially the X100 or the X-Pro series that have the rangefinder style, because when you mount the IT 30 Pro onto my X-Pro2, the placement is just perfect. The flash doesn't block any control dials and it sits perfectly flush on the back of the camera, so it's still very comfortable to carry it with a camera strap. And when I was looking at other reviews of this flash that mounted the flash onto more typical mirrorless camera bodies like Sony or the XT series for example, the flash just looks a little off. I know it doesn't change anything about the performance or the pictures that you're gonna create with this flash, but it is still something that I thought was worth mentioning. And before you happily go out there and buy this flash, keep in mind there are multiple options for different camera systems. Version F standing for Fujifilm systems, version S standing for the Sony systems, and so on. You can buy versions for Canon, Sony, Fujifilm, Nikon, and Olympus or Panasonic systems. I could technically mount this flash onto my Canon DSLR, but then I couldn't use the TTL mode and I had to shoot with this flash completely manual. Now I heard that you could pair the O version, so the Olympus Panasonic version, with a Leica camera, and some Leica models will provide the TTL mode with this flash, but I don't own any Leica camera, so don't take my word for it. Now, speaking of cons of this flash, I can only really list one minor flaw, which is the touchscreen, or more specific, not having the option to disable the touchscreen permanently. Now, while you in fact do have the option to lock the flash entirely when you scroll through the menu, I would have loved to see an option to just disable the touchscreen so you could only use the dial and buttons instead. I don't like how easy it is for the settings to change by accident while the flash isn't in locked mode just because of the touchscreen. It's of course not a deal breaker, but for me personally the touchscreen feels more gimmicky than useful, but maybe that's just me. Overall, I can highly recommend this flash to anyone that wants a tiny and powerful compact flash, or to anyone that doesn't own any flash yet. It is just that good, and especially for the price, I don't think there is a better compact flash out there right now. If you're interested in how this flash performs in the real world, I took it out for some test shoots and filmed some POV footage of it, so you guys can get a feeling of how it works and feels in real life scenarios. Ja, schön. Ja. Yep. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Right, so, yeah, 3, 2, 1. Aber du kannst einfach ruhig stehen bleiben. Ja, ja. 3, 2, 1. So right now I'm out here in the woods just to try to make some self-portraits of me to really test out this Godox IT 30 Pro flash. As you can see, I put my X-Pro2 on a tripod here. I'm gonna stand there and I'm gonna keep pulling back further to see how powerful and strong this flash really is. I specifically chose this spot because it's in the darker shade right in the morning today, so it's gonna be interesting to see how this tiny but powerful flash can perform in daylight scenarios and how far the flash can reach me. I'm going to test the option wide and narrow. This just means N for narrow, I think, or for the tighter focal lengths where you be more far away from the subject. Just means that the diffuser on narrow is not there, and if you pull the wide angle options, then the diffuser comes on. It just makes the light more harsh when it's not there and softer when it's on, and also you can get a bit more reach if you have it on the N mode. So let's find out how far this flash can really go. I also thought, as a fun comparison, I just take this small Ulanzi compact flash with me. Now this one is the dumber version and more tiny and simple version, but still comes in really handy if you're looking for just a compact flash, if you want to grab, for example, a quick snapshot of your friend with your friends on parties or anything. It's just nice to have it sit on your camera at all times, and it's even more compact than the Godox IT 30 Pro. But this flash is just fully manual, so you can turn this flash on and then you can pick the different power modes. You can have 1/8, 1/4, a half and full power flash with this flash, and just depending on how dark and bright it is, you can select your desired flash output. This also means this flash is not able for TTL metering. It just knows when the camera triggers, and that means you really have to think about your flash settings, how strong or less strong you want to put this flash on. Just gonna try to make the same self-portrait of me and use both flashes. For my exposure settings, I'm gonna use manual mode, having the aperture at f11, ISO at 400 and shutter speed at 1/25 of a second. I'm never gonna change the settings on here, and just change the flash settings of the two flashes I'm gonna compare. I'm gonna go 2 meters away now. We're gonna back up even further, now to 3 meters. And just for comparison, I'm turning the flash off. So that was the first test with the Godox, and now we're trying to make the same shots with the Ulanzi smaller flash. So now I'm doing the testing with the smaller Ulanzi flash, and as you can see, it looks already way more compact and tiny, which is also a plus with this one. But the one downside I noticed already comparing those two is that the Ulanzi flash sadly doesn't have a lock, so it slips out pretty easily and it doesn't sit locked in there on the hot shoe of the camera, which the Godox flash really sits in tightly and gets locked, and you have to release the lock to get the flash off the camera. So in terms of everyday carry, it seems a bit scary to me that it can just fall off that easily, so just keep that in mind.
And just from reviewing these test shots on the camera LCD itself, it's crazy what different it makes with the Godox IT 30 Pro in comparison to this really tiny compact setup from the Ulanzi flash. To be honest, this Ulanzi flash is still gonna be enough if you just want the flash just in case and don't want to have the flash really becoming a big part of your camera, making it bigger and more obvious to everyone around. But in overall flash quality and power and versatility and everything, the Godox IT30 Pro is clearly the winner here, and I can highly recommend everyone that is looking into it to get the Godox flash, because it's just so perfect, versatile, and still lightweight and compact. I think there's no better option for the same price out there right now in terms of compact flashes.
So this was my review of the Godox IT30 Pro flash. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions about this flash. I'm happy to answer every single comment. If you made it this far into the video, I really appreciate you. If you enjoyed the content of this video, make sure to subscribe to my channel. There are many more videos about the photography and camera topics coming for you guys this year. And with that being said, I see you in the next video. Bye.